So to me, to be Americans and to say people can't consume a plant to help them, that helps them feel better, that's ridiculous. It's crazy. It's un-American.
I also feel a lot better since I've been doing CBD every day.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sponsored by a great company, and they sent me a full spectrum, and, you know, I do 2 times a day. I hit that, and my life's been a little bit more slower.
Yeah.
It's a little bit more tranquil. You know,
Yeah.
I can feel it. I hate saying those words. People like, Joy, what are you talking about? Yeah, it's a little bit more tranquil. At night, you know, I had to learn to reissue my sleep again. And I think that helped me out also. You know, I gave up on, you know, my tolerance is so high. I got to smoke like 35% weed to get high. But now I got a system. I just smoke in the morning and I smoke at night, and I'm good. When I would be Snoop Dogg and smoke all day, it wouldn't really work for me.
Yeah.
It wouldn't work for me, you know.
Yeah.
And this is after, like I said, I've been smoking since I was 13, and I hit it. For 2 or 3 years, I was ashamed to smoke, Mr. Williams. I'll tell you why, because I was a Catholic.
Yeah.
But whatever I was feeling, that shit I had at that age, because in the 70s, nobody spoke about anxiety. It disappeared whenever I smoked pot. And after my mother died, I really dove into marijuana. That was my savior to keep my head in chill. And then I just came to terms that this is something I'm going to do the rest of my life.
Yeah.
This is something that I know. It keeps my powder dry.
Yeah.
Like that dude Treat Williams said in something, some fucking movie I was watching. He kept saying it keeps my powder dry.
Yeah. That's important. You know?
It is very important.
Yeah. Life is short. And if we, you know, our powder's wet too much, you know, we waste time.
Well, it takes you under, and it doesn't let you grow and see life for what it is. When you have, it's like acupuncture. You have a blockage. You have a fucking blockage in one of your, you know, the
meridians. Yeah.
There's a blockage.
Yeah.
You got to open up that blockage.
Yeah.
And we have blockages all over our body when we wake up in the morning. And throughout the day, we have different things, but still, we have our breathing, our yoga, you know, walking on the grass with no feet on to connect to the earth. We have so many things. Like my pool opens up this weekend, you know, and I'm so excited because I could walk on the grass barefoot.
So how does it feel? How does it feel when you're around your like old friends and you start talking like this? Like, do they look at you like you're crazy? Do you not talk about this stuff, or like how do you deal with that?
Whenever my friends call me, the Jersey ones, the fucking, you know, the knuckleheads that I love till the end of time.
Yeah.
Because California, you know, I went to Colorado first. I was in motherfucking Boulder for 12 years. And
okay, you
learn a lot in Boulder. I went to the Naropa Institute, you know, and talked to those guys. I learned how to meditate. I was always looking for an answer. I've always been looking for what makes you feel good, spiritually and mentally. I'm a Cuban dude, so I got Santeria.
Yeah.
Part of Santeria is the spiritual life, the people who look over you, you know, the people that you pray for, that you light a candle for on Mondays, that they're your people who watch you. So I always understood all these things about life. I went to Boulder, I learned a lot there, and then you go to Cali and you talk to people who are smarter than you, and they really open your eyes to a lot of things that make sense. I'm so rooted in Catholicism and my Santeria roots from Cuba. But at heart, I'm a Buddhist. I really believe the whole thing. You know, I read a lot of the readings. I don't even know why I put the book after the move, but I really always have thought of that Buddhist lifestyle. You know, karma, what you put in, you get out. You know, all those things, they've always made sense to me. So I've always been in search of. And, you know, I'm 10 months from being 60, and I'll tell you what has always worked for me. If I got to say what has worked for me, it has been my marijuana use. It kept my powder dry all those years, you know, and then when I got locked up, I couldn't smoke for those 18 months or whatever. And I consider that a big help at that time. When I got locked up, I needed to absorb what the fuck was really happening. If not, I would be back out there doing the same shit I was doing, Ricky Williams.
Oh, I hear you.
So you have to clean everything out and fucking absorb what's really happening. I'm getting punished for something I fucking did. This isn't a fucking joke. This isn't a fucking joke anymore, okay? I got people at home waiting for me. I got people I disappointed. It's fucking time. But then I got out of jail and I started doing the same shit again. And then I realized I hadn't made my confirmation in 91, right before I got into comedy. And that's when I went to the Naropa Institute. And I joined up, and 2 months later I got into comedy, and that's where a sort of a peace came. There was a peace, but there were still skeletons that had to be taken care of. So since that time to now, you know, I tell people all the time, you got to check on your skeletons from time to time, because when those motherfuckers come out and check on you, it's not good. So check
it's too
on
late.
them first.
It's too late if they're checking on you. It's too late. Yeah.
So you have a medical marijuana company now?
I do. I have a medical marijuana and I have a recreational marijuana company. So my medical marijuana company is called Real Wellness. And it's really, when I started consuming cannabis, I started learning about other herbs and realized, you know, that herbs are a much more humane, safer way to go to take care of our body than pharmaceuticals. And then my recreational cannabis company is called Heisman, Highsman. And it's not about a trophy. It's about having these kinds of conversations and talking about how getting high or consuming cannabis actually helps us find true happiness and achieve our goals, meaningful goals. Because for me, I was chasing external goals and I reached them, but they weren't meaningful. I started consuming cannabis, getting more in touch with my internal goals. And as I've pursued and reached those, it's been much more fulfilling.
And it's funny, you asked me before what happens when I talk to my friends about this. Whenever my friends call me and in a pinch, I refer, you know, acupuncture. I refer maybe a little reefer, maybe a little writing. You know, I think that they look at me and they think I'm fucking crazy. I'm a big journaler. You know, if you don't have something on paper, you really can't see what your situation is. How many nights have I gone upstairs and gone to sleep and this one fucking hang in the nail will not let you fall asleep? And then you toss and turn all night. When that shit happens to me, all bets are off. I come downstairs, I open the notebook. Let's talk about what the fuck is bothering me. Mr. Williams came over and took 2 joints instead of 1. You know, what am I going to do about this? Do I have to call this motherfucker and tell him, come on, Ricky, you took 2 joints instead of 1? Those little, and that's me, but that's who I am. I get hung up on those little things. You know, when you smoke pot, it makes you look within. So when I go to an audition, you start looking within. And it's dangerous because you're going to get the truth.
Yeah.
When you do stand-up and you tape it, your performance, and you take it back to your room and you do a little reefer and then you listen to it, because I don't want to watch me, but I'll listen to like pivotal jokes just to see if I'm saying them right. Jesus Christ, it cleans house. For me, reefer has been a spiritual confession. That's how I call my consumption of reefer.